Hello everybody, welcome back, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well and having a nice holiday. If it is holiday for you. Oh, hey Faust.
잡스러운 맛이 올라오는 것을 방치하는 것과 마찬가지입니다. 지양하는 걸 추천드립니다.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, Chris Maff. Thank you, David. I had to pin that. Chris Maff made me so happy. New model? This is my old one, technically. This is my temporary one while I wait for my live 2D. But I can't upgrade from the PNG while I'm here. Hi everybody! Hi everybody! Hope you're all doing well. Let us, and hopefully enjoyed the event. As we'll get started in a second, let's just take a peek. So I did... Oh wait, E.G.O. I did grab Holiday, because I did have a bunch of Otis shards, so give that for now. And I did do my Mirror Dungeon hard run already, which gave me 220. It said, I think the announcement said you had to finish the run to get 200, but I jumped out at when I got to floor 5 and it still gave me 200, so that's nice. That's nice. And yeah, let's see. How far is Heathcliff? Okay, so 2,000. I don't know if many people have picked him up yet. We'll see if we can borrow one for stuff. I do very much like the designs. I'm not entirely convinced by how these E.G.O work yet. I mean, I can see why this one would be used for maybe 7 Heath, but we'll see. I think it's a little surprising that the event... Even the event gotcha E.G.O, because I feel like holiday events, they tend to be... I tend to associate them with, like, more power creepy stuff, so it's a little surprising to me that they're... Like, our units have been okay, but they haven't been ridiculous. But the E.G.O, they have their uses. I don't mind them being niche, but... Oh, this music just got ominous, and we have Sandolph. I have to say, Rudolta is probably one of the creepier abnormalities to me, just in appearance. It's the obvious one to have for a Christmas event, but if I have to think of like scary abnormalities, Rudolta's up there just in imagery. People are saying Heath is more niche. Yeah, it's hard when it's competing with Body Sack, which is just such a all-arounder. Unless, and like synergizes so well with rap. There's like the double competition. I want to know what the little like coal monsters are. Before we start... Oh, it's so cute! Before we start, I hope... The thing I am looking for is... And we seem to have like the big Santa Yeti, so we'll see. I hope they do. I know that we have another 5.5 coming up, but I hope it gets treated like 4.5 was, in that it sets up Heath's Canto, because I think Ishmael really benefited... her arc really benefited from having that extra time for setup. And it was a nice way of like introducing events without making... a nice way of introducing Canto 5 and the concepts in Canto 5 without like needing to front load Canto 5 with all this introduction and let us jump in faster. But okay, tedium. Oh, we're waiting by the leak. We're waiting by the lake. So, I've never had the best vocal stamina. I'll try and voice for as long as I can, but if the stream goes really long, I might swap to just doing Dante. But we'll see how this goes. Leak. Lake. As our voyage on the Great Leak. As our voyage on the Great Lake extends, the list of things to keep the sinners entertained grows ever smaller. In a way, it sounds like a serious problem, but... Guys, anyone got any fun? Stories to tell? No, for the 30th time. I suppose repeating the exact same phrase that many times is a talent, if it could even be called that. If you're having trouble recalling what you said a moments ago. She has repeated that phrase 28 times to be precise. At 30, I was planning to verify if she had suffered any damages to her occipital region. I get it. I'm just bored, Kay? There's nothing to do anymore. I'm tired of playing the same game of backgammon again and again. Oh, this is a seagull. Good, I've got a job for you then. How about you start feeding this seagull on time for once? Somehow it became my responsibility after you all got tired of taking care of it. Yeah, we're going to have to let the seagull go once we're out of the Great Lake anyway. Why do you even let yourself get attached to it? Oh, what's it called? Did you see? There's that, Oh no, what was it called? The person who made did a little animation called like Fly My Cow that... Oh. My stray dog's come to visit. One sec. The person who did that edit, the Fly My Cow edit, also did one for the seagull. It's incredible. I'm forgetting what the actual video is called right now though. But I'm glad. I'm very glad. Okay. Just look at her. The way she looks at you. Those woeful eyes. What? Your average seagull eyes? It was abundantly clear that the sinners were starting to slowly expire from the sheer boredom. Well, it's not really a problem that is a solution. And I had zero interesting stories to tell, considering that I'm an amnesiac, so... All I could do was sit here and watch the sinners suffer. Putting them through the daily trials of the mirror... The daily trials of the mirror dungeons wasn't the most exciting activity either. Speaking of which, Heathcliff appears to be the one least affected by this mess. Well, not that he was all calm and aloof, that is. I'd say he's anxious. Oi, Vergilius. A frosty silence descended upon the sinners. The source of that frost was the inexplicable event that played out before their eyes. Oh, I mean, I'm not really trying to do voices here, but... Vergilius is so specific, I don't even know how to attempt. Oh, Heathcliff! You gone insane? Did you finally snap? This must be the side effect of the consultations. Maybe we can call this sense of self-preservation loss syndrome or something like that. Heathcliff? Shut your traps. I ain't mad. And my sense of self-preservation is just fine. Impressive, Heathcliff. I rarely found myself surprised in this series of misadventures so far. But this is one of those rare occasions. Speak. What is your business? It's the, our next destination is T-Corp, innit? You really need me to answer that. You know what I'm talking about. Patience, Heathcliff. Though that seems to be a virtue most of you lack. If everything goes according to the flow, you'll make it to your appointment on time. Since I had no context for any of that, all I could do was sit here and watch as Heathcliff scratched the back of his head. I'm still out of the loop, but Heathcliff must be really anxious about something if he's willing to talk to Vergilius first. And after all that... That's not... What else could be possibly more important than the Wait. Heathcliff turned around to face us. Oi, any of you got any history with T-Corp? Show of hands, now. I have, in a way. I resided in that place once. Right. We already did you, didn't we? Then, yeah. Soon it'll be. We're still in the middle of this mad lake. Oi, Clockhead. What's today's date? How would I know? Can't you tell the date? You have a clock for a head. But clocks and calendars are completely different things. Heath. That was your 30th sight today. Keep doing that and you might just huff and puff our boat to pieces. Tell us, Heathcliff. Your turn's coming up, isn't it? And whatever it is that awaits you there, you're going to have to prepare yourself for it. Yeah, I suppose. There's no use hiding it anymore. After some time... Right, so to summarize... Heathcliff's starting to feel like his turn's coming up, now that Ishmael's had her time in the ringer. And he's got good reason to believe that, because Vergilius handed him something in their last consultation that affirmed his suspicions. I need water already. And according to that something, he'll need fancy clothes and whatnot to refine his looks before we get to T-Corp. Yeah, there's a... I wonder... So I have my copy, I haven't started his book yet. But an interesting question for all the characters is... Don't push yourself. I wish I'd better... Also because it's... With the heat on, it's so dry. I wish I had better vocal stamina. A question, I guess, for all the characters is at what point in the books are they at? I have no idea where Heathcliff... I assume he's during the book. Because it's interesting... Ishmael was interesting being post-book. And a bunch of other characters are sort of... all over the place. But Sinclair's like right at the beginning. But where's Heathcliff? And then Gregor is hard to... I don't know where you'd put Gregor in terms of the metamorphosis. Like, his plot points don't really... It's more thematic than direct plot points. Well, since we're still so far from escaping the lake, you're starting to feel restless, is that right? Right on, so... Yeah, so... There's not much you can do about that before we hit solid ground, is there? Aw, come on, Heath, that's it. Don't you worry, I could definitely help you with that as soon as we find land, okay? We don't even know how far away from land we are. Oh, the music's back. Dante, we have reached the end of the scheduled work period for the sinners. Oh yeah. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. I reflexively said my usual routine piece as the light alarm played. Man, that wasn't even a big deal then. Yawn. I was hoping to see an act of dramatic bloodshed for once. Well, at least he isn't trying to stir up trouble for once. The sinners got up from their seats, yawned and stretched, and then one by one disappeared into the back door. I'm like Clockhead. Didn't know they knocked your wits off along with your head. Sorry. But Gregor isn't completely wrong, is he? Can't you even mince words at this point? Ugh. Vergilius and Karen also walked into the back door, mocking grins on their faces. And I was left alone in the ship's cabin, standing awkwardly next to severely crestfallen Heathcliff. Ahem! Wait. There was another. Sir Heathcliff! What are you doing out here, girl? Run along, you. We'll gush about the high and mighty fixers of T-Corp or something. What actually is that sound? I shall have plenty of time for that later. Yet, thou shalt do treat me well, Sir Heathcliff. What, you little... Hold! Allow me to finish. Manager Esquire, Sir Heathcliff, come hither, hush hush. Don Quixote wore a confident smile. He slowly, gingerly walked over to presently and temporally vacant Karen's seat, and whispered ever so silently to us. Forsooth, I devised a splendid plan for thee. A tempting offer. There's the seagull. Well, we were talking about seagulls. I was attacked by a seagull once. I had fish and chips. And it had like a little, you know, you get them on like the little like sort of paper platter. And they went and like pulled the whole thing out. It like flew right at me and pulled the whole thing out from my hands. It was, and like managed to actually knock my, I don't know if it grabbed my glasses or it just straight up knocked them off. And then a whole flock of them came, but it really, it was scary just that moment because, I mean, scary is too strong a word, but it was right at me. They are intense. So, what is this splendid plan of yours? I don't think there are words in this world expressive enough to describe that look on Heathcliff's face. It was certain that he had very scant expectations for Don Quixote and her plans, but there was the sliver of hope in his face that maybe, just maybe, Don Quixote might rise to the occasion for once. It is unclear whether Heathcliff's internal struggle mattered much to Don Quixote. However, she began excitedly describing her plan. Didst thou, Sir Heathcliff, ever hear the tale of the ancient and legendary fixer of the Deviate Association? The Red Sack? The Red Sack? The Red... what? Like Vergilius? It is said that the legendary Red Sack carried out his deliveries no matter how terrible the terrain or how arduous the journey to all corners of the city. And with him was his sidekick Reindeer Man. Red Sack. Forsooth. His magnificence hath given away gratuitous gifts for the children of the city that he deemed to be kind. Children of the city. It is but common knowledge, Sir Heathcliff. He appeareth on the front cover of the Fixers Monthly every winter. Don Quixote asked, sounding generally shocked to learn that Heathcliff did not know of this Red Sack. What makes you think I'd even read rags like that? Fie to thee. Rags, thou sayest? Manager Esquire, surely thou hast heard of this magnificent publication. I knocked on my ticking clock head. I didn't really feel the need to spell it out for her. So none of thee has subscribed to it then. Mine words fell on deaf ears. Anyhow, what matters to thee, Sir Heathcliff, is that thou endeavoureth to make thyself more presentable than anyone else for this occasion, is it not? Finally getting to the point, eh? Go on. Marry, good sir, a costume most befitting for that occasion would be those of the red sack and his sidekick, Reindeer Man. This isn't going to end well, is it? What? Like those ridiculous fixers? Del Atardese Ardi whatever? What was that? There's Del... I'm not actually sure what that's referring to. It's not ridiculous. Why, thou'st not even deigned to indulge mine only wish that we would cosplay fixers del Atardese Ardiente together? Thou hast not given it a chance, indeed. Speak not on a matter thou know not about. With all that talk of a splendid plan, I thought we were actually going somewhere. But all comes around to that fixer nonsense again, eh? Don't even have the energy to beat sense into you. I'll get to it later. 5 honest hits to the noggin should do it. When the sliver of hope on Heathcliff's face was beginning to rapidly fade. Prithee, share thy thoughts of the fixers that we have laid our eyes upon thus far. What? Embarrassing, were they? Remember, were they not fancy and impeccably dressed? Close not thy eyes. Speak! Absolutely embarrassing sod, yeah. That spandex bloke from K-Corp looked like he leaped right out of a circus. Nay! Lord Siegfried was not embarrassing. I say that his outfit was rather dashing, when you agree? Allow me to explain to thee the materials of its fabric, so that thy understanding... excuse me. Huh? Hidey hither, Sir Heathcliff. I am yet unfinished. Why is this girl so hyper today? Well, Lord Siegfried is a special outlier, mayhaps. But dost thou not agree that most fixers are all rather well dressed and wore honor upon their sleeves? Honor upon their what? I don't know about that, but I suppose they were quite posh. Exactly. Follow the eye, and thou shalt see thyself dressed impeccably and impressively as the fixers are. Is that right? What is happening? I don't know anything about clothes or making myself look fancy. Right, so let's say I go along with your plan. Where are we going to get them clothes? Honestly, everyone was right. Where are we even going to pick up clothes in the middle of a lake? Aha! Yet I have thought of that as well. Recall the events of yesterday, the sirens that echoed across this bus. Dost thou remember? Now that I think about it, there was a siren yesterday. It went off not long before I announced the close of business for the day. But Faust said that the back door of volatility wasn't anything for us to worry about. Yet I was curious. How, indeed, doth Faust determine which volatility is useful and which is not? Thus, as we... It's hard for me to, like, just skim her... skim her. Thus, as all were crowded by the back door, preoccupied with returning to their respective quarters, I have secretly and stealthily availed myself the chance to take a glance at the screen. So you took a peep at the screen. You know how to read those complex symbols. There's a snowman and a snowflake. Oh! Yeah! Santa, and then a suit. Gotta mean E.G.O. Nay, I myself had little hope of recognizing them, yet when I looked into them, I could very easily tell what the particular symbols on that device indicated. Forsooth, were symbols of the red sack and the reindeer man, and next to them was a symbol indicating posh outfits. No, it can't be that simple. Yeah, no, it can't be that simple. I agreed with Heathcliff. However, Don Quixote remained enthusiastic as ever, as though she was already expecting him to say that. Dost thou know? Every so often, certain symbols appear on the numerous doors past the back door. Huh? Every respite, every passing glance, I made sure to watch them carefully. And 'twas yesterday when, in the corridor, I spied myself the exact door with the exact same symbol that I witnessed on the screen. Don Quixote, you didn't! It is my nature as an adventurer, Manager Esquire. Mine inability to quell the burning adventurous spirit. I prostrate before thee. Know that I have taken the sneakiest of peeks. Mary, 'twas not too foolhardy. I'd only taken a small peek. And if I told thee what I had witnessed from within, that all my deductions and predictions have been proven true, could thee find within thyself compassion to spare mine soul? You absolute muppet. But you keep doing everything what everyone tells you not to. Right, Heathcliff. I just don't understand why some people keep doing things that everyone tells them not to. I remember when Heathcliff ignored all warnings and went into the restricted areas past the area of the corridor that we're allowed to use. We almost lost Heathcliff that day. It was a tad different this time, however. Back then, Heathcliff had no idea what was beyond that door. Oops. And this time we do. Are you suggesting that we call everyone over to explore that place? Nay, the three of us will be more than sufficient to handle this task. All tales begin with a party of 3, indeed. You're just scared of the consultation, aren't you? I've nary a clue as to what you may be referring to. The answer to this predicament was right there. Tell them that it's too dangerous and shove them back into their respective rooms to rest up for tomorrow. Manager Esquire, that zone. Indeed, it appeared to be a place most peaceful to mine eyes. It is a simple task, is it not? All that we seek to do is enter there and avail ourselves of a few sets of clothes for Heathcliff. It was obvious that Don Quixote wasn't helping Heathcliff out of pure kindness of her heart. Maybe she hungered for an adventure. Maybe she thought she might be able to do that cosplay of the fixer she so admired. But if we can find Heathcliff some nice clothes to put his heart at ease, then maybe I can do something about this before things get out of control, like it did last time when I just let a sinner's anxiety stew and exacerbate. Oh, it gave her a nice passive. Fine. Or turning around at the first sign of danger. Seriously? Come on. You're willing to do it if it meant that you could pick up some clothes. Well, I suppose we'll be okay as long as Clockhead's with us. Well said. Then let us reconvene tonight before Manager Esquire's quarters. We shall knock in the following rhythm. Then thou shalt whisper a secret code, to which then I shall... Just go get some sleep. I really hope this won't be a waste of time. We agreed on a precise time before returning to our respective rooms. It is kind of good to see like a more impatient Heath. He was fairly chill for most of Canto 5, like surprisingly so. Oh. Okay, only 12, that's okay. First time, okay. Clear within 10 turns, level 40. Oh!
출발합니다.
Oh. I just want to see, does anybody... Yeah, oh, yep, there's a 20%. Oh, I want to use... I haven't picked up this Heath yet, so I want to definitely use it. So level 2. And while we're here... Can't deploy. Oh, this is fun. I was actually... What does support do? It just lets you borrow a unit from somebody on your friends list. Which is nice for like this moment when you can... I don't know why it swapped. Oh, this BGM is so fun. I like how it's kind of ominous. But yeah, it's nice because you can like try out a unit before you get them. I use it a whole bunch. Because I always tend to, when I stream this stuff, I always tend to play it a little bit later, so... Let me just... Wait, I lost it. Sometimes I have to go and like refresh it. There we go. I have to check his skills when we do the fight, because I haven't used this one yet. A dark, silent night. All are sound asleep. Not a creature was stirring. Thus we assemble. This better be worth the trouble. It will be worth every trouble, of course. Now, come hither. We quietly and sneakily followed Don Quixote, taking care not to make a noise. Are we really crossing this line? But you know what happened last time I crossed it? Alas, it will be different this time. All we must do is follow the corridor immediately to the right of this delineation and open the door here. So there are the symbols she was talking about. Past the door, through the window, the symbols Don Quixote mentioned shimmered. Symbols that seemed to indicate a sack, a wrapped present, and what appeared to represent fancy clothes. So, they're the red sack and the reindeer man symbols. Precisely. Right. I suppose you're the expert with these things. I'm going in. Hold on. Before I even had a chance to stop him, Heathcliff barged into the door. We found ourselves almost getting dragged in by his sheer fervor. Oh. We found ourselves in a rather sizable room. This place was decorated with numerous Christmas-themed ornaments. Warm, cozy lighting reflected off the wooden flooring, and a maze of conveyor belts were installed all over the place. This place is... a factory? Quite! And what are those things? Those little children, like... I like that it just looks like he's resting his bat on her head. Actually, I'm not sure what this sound is. She's trying... what this is actually meant to refer to. Hark! It is I, Don Quixote. What's she doing? The little figures Heathcliff indicated didn't exactly look like children. The elf froze for a moment before turning around in our direction. They weren't humans, that's for sure. Give me but a moment. I've already parlayed with these fellows. What happened to the sneakiest of peaks? Like clockheads, something's coming this way. Oh, a small, but larger than others around it, figure scurried over and stood before us. Ah, Lady Don Quixote, you finally graced us with your presence once again. And just before you did, poof, appearing from the most unexpected of places, unexpected places again. The Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid Dog wanted to leave. Had to let her out. Who's this, Don Quixote? The one who shall grant us the wonderful gifts indeed. He rubbed his hands, or what I assumed to be hands, together, looked up at us, and started. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Ohm. You must be Lady Don Quixote's friend, Ohms. No. Try to figure this. Is this meant to be gnome and name or gname? Is Dodoru, a gnome who works at this gift factory, And why, of course, I make gifts here, A gnome? Indeed, a gnome! Was that supposed to be obvious? What are gnomes anyway? So they're not humans, right? Yes. These fellows are not humans, they're gnomes! Yes, of course. Not human gnomes. Whom. Didn't think non-humans were allowed in the city. They're not abnormalities or distortions. I was wondering about that. There's something else. The city. I knew it! Well, why does it matter if they are not humans? What truly matters is the heart with which they commit themselves to work, that is. Of course! You're absolutely right, milady Ohm. Didn't that Dodoru gnome say something weird about the city just now? That wasn't just me, huh? Well, this Dodoru cut in our conversation. Do the friends of Lady Don Quixote wish for any presents, ohms? Say, we have fancy clothes and powerful weapon, ohms, or delicious cookie, ohms. Fancy clothes? So you really have them? Looks like we've got a winner, ohm. Well, then please, this way. The gnome said something about... I like the implication that that's how they walk. The gnome said something about introducing us to the reception hall and led us to a certain room in a screening gate. This seems more like a storage space than a reception hall. Oh, behold, there's a warm fireplace and a table in this cozy place. What more could thee possibly ask for? And we have some delicious refreshments ready for you as well, Ohm. Please wait a moment, and I'll be right back with the gifts you want, Ohm. The gnome bowed, opened the door, and scuttled out of the room. Are reception halls usually this barren? I've never been in one before, so I had no idea if it was what they were supposed to look like. I had to ask. Especially because it was starting to get pretty obvious, even with my rather limited experience, that there was something off about this whole situation. I have once heard a rumor that this kind of decor has been catching on in recent years. Yeah, I've heard that too. Apparently it's popular for some blokes to just deliberately leave their stuff lying around in some half-finished looking buildings. Is that what this is? Still thy heart, Manager Esquire. I shall personally be responsible for this expedition and claim ourselves shiny gifts. Push comes to shove, I could nab some of these. I saw them packing some shiny, expensive-looking stuff over there. No thievery this time, Heathcliff. Has the incident with the hair coupons already left thy mind? Ah, blimey. Fine. Heathcliff was as foul-mouthed as always. It was evident from his relaxing expression that his anxiety was starting to ease. Maybe the fact that we're here, about to find what we're looking for, was a comforting thought. Heathcliff, is it important that you dress well for this occasion? Oh, yeah. A rather delicate but gently smoldering hearth, calm, silent air. A perfect atmosphere to bring up uncomfortable subjects for some honest heart-to-heart. Or is someone waiting for you there? Someone who you'd like to dress up for? Well, suppose you're not completely wrong. Oh ho ho! A secret, is it? Don Quixote excitedly and loudly dragged her chair up close to Heathcliff. I have to go back as a successful man, as someone of great worth. So they'll know that I've changed. That I'm no longer that witless brigand Heathcliff. That's why I have to dress posh when I return, to appear like a man of quality. Oh. Hath someone stoked the fire of envy in thy stomach? Is this about revenge? Like Ishmael? Revenge. Heathcliff leaned back on his chair. It creaked as he rocked gently back and forth. There was a look of deep introspection on his face, which was, if my memory serves me right, a first. Well, I suppose you could call it revenge. What I really want to do is... I mean, it's on your bat. Make her regret. Oh, yeah, that's what this. Oh, okay. Make her regret. That's what this is. I thought it might be interesting if, I mean, now that I'm looking at this as well, if their, like, titles changed after their cantos, if they have, like, a really big change, like in Ishmael's canto. Which is interesting. In Ishmael, way back, during the first TGS demo, if you watch people play Ishmael, she actually had a different title very temporarily. Just for that demo, it was Voyager, not hers. I wonder. Make her regret. I'll show them. I'll trample over those guys who thought I wasn't worth anything, so that she'll regret not choosing me. Oh. So she will feel that regret down to the deepest reaches of her heart. I'll prove to Kathy that there was no better man for her than I. Kathy. Heathcliff's eyes tremble a little as he speaks her name. He's mentioned that name before. His eyes trembled then, too. This Kathy must be someone pretty important to you. I'm sorry, I was drinking. So what happened between the two of you, between you and Kathy? Catherine, to be exact, and I call her Kathy. That's a long and complicated story. Want to know? Aha! Allow mine intuition to speak for thee. This Kathy must be thy lover, is she not? Wait, is that what she is to you? No, it's nothing like that. Okay, maybe a little bit. He's stuttering like Sinclair on a bad day. Well, his disposition was as brusque as always. I could clearly see that he couldn't stop himself from smiling from a mere mention of her name, and that gave me more than enough answers. Every sinner had a reason for joining Limbus Company, so... maybe Heathcliff joined Limbus Company for this Kathy person. Makes me wonder what kind of a person she might be, though. Someone that special, that precious to Heathcliff. Don't be so overdramatic, that ain't me. Now, I do this not out of my obligations as the manager, but I'm starting to think that I want to help you out, so that you can be the best man you can for her. Indeed, we shall all be people of A thunk. I heard a door open in that very moment. It wasn't the reception hall door. That one was made of wood. It wouldn't make that sound I just heard. The sound came from over there, away from us, from a dark corner of the room. Those are kind of bloody presents. Then we heard sounds of metal scraping against wood. It was accompanied by a howling blizzard. So those were sleigh marks, huh? A huge sleigh made its way across the wooden floor. On the marks that were already on the floorboards, it was flanked by several gnomes. The sleigh was red, and the sacks on it were either black or red. But they were all littered with flesh and blood. The Doru! we've got your next batch of ingredients right here, Ohm. Ew, my back, Ohm. Come on, friend Ohm. Just think of the looks on our friends' faces when they open their presents, Ohms. All worth it, of course. Well, worth it. Here, Ohm, here, Ohm. The gaggle of gnomes who are walking in our directions as they chattered and gossiped froze in place upon noticing us. Quit lollygagging, Ohm. Quit chit-chatting and help us out, Ohm. We've got a lot to process, Ohm. Besides, we've brought some live ones this time, Ohm. I think I saw some sacks on the sleigh move. No, they were thrashing, like something was trying to escape. Is that... Grab your weapon, girl. What is the matter with thee? These fellows are but hardworking. Hello? Is someone out there? Please help. Get me out of here. What a joyous day, Ohm. This one's fresh, Ohm. No. But they're human Ohms. Did Manager Dodoru bring him in, Ohm? How do you manage to bring in humans so fresh, Ohm? So, all along, the factory has been... Oh boy. I could hear a familiar voice coming from the other door in the room as Don Quixote stood there, flabbergasted. Dodoru's done a blunder, Ohm. That sleigh wasn't supposed to be coming here, Ohm. Don't you worry, Ohm. Just a little game between us gnomes. That's your excuse? Master Dodoru. Dodoru's listening, Ohm. Tell me the contents of those sacks. Raw material for presents, of course, Ohm. Besides, Lady Don Quixote, Ohm, Dodoru's prepared those fancy clothes for you and your friends to wear, Ohm. Why don't we head out right there to wear? What raw materials are they? Ohm. Dodoru's tired of lying. Ohms. Human Ohms. Humans like you. You got what I say about using this storage space, Ohm. I told you this one is off limits, Ohms. What? Are you gonna deliver nothing but disappointment to our neighbor, Ohms? Even now, they await gifts from our factory, Ohm. Oh, my bad, Ohm. Ohm. I already told the factory director to look forward to this batch, Ohm. What was I thinking? This was absolutely not worth it. I know what you're thinking, Clockhead. So quit sighing and start strategizing. We gotta get out of here, yeah? Yeah. Sitting here and feeling sorry for myself won't do anything. It never did. Got it. Grab your tool, Ohms. Fresh, locally produced materials coming up, Ohm. Right then. Let's crack on. Oh my gosh. Okay.
다시 묶어줄까?
Okay, this...
절방 매듭.
Okay, it's this icon is Stag Harpoon, this one's Sever Knot. Okay. I love this! I hope my voice acting okay, it's not really my strong point. But hello everybody, sorry I didn't say hi because I was reading the story. Hello, hello. Okay, Leafy Gnome. Okay, they're poised, paralyzed. Oh, I love this track! Poise, paralyze. Oh, on crit, paralyze. Five SP. Okay, they do have SP. 4 poise, 1 poise count, 40% damage. They have a counter. Critical hit, poise, poise. Every surviving enemy gives this unit a 2% chance to flip hit. Okay. Every surviving enemy, so I guess that's us. Turn in when there are more surviving enemies than surviving allies. Gain haste and attack power up. Weak to Pierre. Okay. Weak to Pierre is normal. Weak to Wrath and Gluttony. I guess maybe Rabbit would have been better, but have anything different? Okay, shield. Gain attack power up. Flip heads. Do any of these give shield? Oh yeah! Wrath and Gluttony Christmas colors, that's fun. Okay. Wait, actually, I wasn't actually looking. These are all blunt. Guess we'll get sanity up. I'll use... Oh yeah, 4 waves. Yeah, Heath wouldn't do well on ammo then. Let's just... I guess we could get some envy chains at some point. Let's see. Okay, it's okay. Oh, bring back the other track. Okay, almost enough to get some good chaining. I've been pretty careful with my pulls, but now with the new mirror dungeon, it's really making me want to get some of the missing units sooner. Oh! I like the green one. Maybe we'll wait to the next stage. Well, we're basically gonna get... Okay. Let's get... Let's have some fun. This is a fun combo. Yeah, there's a counter. Hey, turn it. So we're gonna have to do... I'm gonna bring out some E.G.O. Although, actually, I didn't even check. I don't know if we can... We're just gonna do a bunch of counters to get the chain. Oh, there's a big one. I wasn't even checking, really. Shadowy gnome. Voice count. Failed evade. Raise stagger threshold. Okay, turn in. Oh, yeah, okay, you're Dodoru. Poise. More poise. Poise. Don't consume poise count, deals bonus blunt damage equal to poise. Shield, attack power, flip heads, okay. Okay. Crits! Thank you, Heath. Okay, turn 10. I think we're fine. Okay, everyone go. Hopefully. Okay, I can see where Rabbit wouldn't work out super well there. Fault lies with me. The light of confidence had completely faded from Don Quixote's face. So did her enthusiastic voice. No, I should have thought this plan through. Well, if we were to find someone to blame, the biggest fault would lie with me, the manager. Maybe I should have turned around the moment I sensed something was off. Ah, alas. With that, Don Quixote marched towards the now abandoned sleigh. We have like a sleigh minigame. This is... Oh. Several mutilated bodies tumbled to the ground as soon as Don Quixote undid the knot tying the sack. Oh yeah, the fault lies with you memes. Everyone kept doing that in the stream, and I saw... I remember doing some of the, like, when they made the, like, news tweet, when Project Moon made the news tweets, people kept doing the fault lies with you. I didn't totally connect it till after the stream. Why people were memeing it. I was afraid that this is what we'd find inside the sack. There were a total of 7 or so people in the sack, but they were all missing a few limbs. They were barely breathing, and some of them had already perished. I've never seen their style of clothing before. Looks like we're pretty far from where we were. I've seen similarly worn and torn clothing in the back streets, but the clothing they wore was that of materials and styles that I'd not seen before. The back door must have sent us pretty far. House did tell me that each district within the city had different cultures and such, so... Doesn't really matter, does it? They'll all die soon. It's not like you can turn back the clock for them. Let's just get back to the bus. Nay, here. This person here is intact. Hark! Get a hold of thyself. Art thou the one who requested our help earlier? Oh! Hello? Who are you? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of silhouettes in the preview. Let's see.
들리지 않네. 심장 고동 소리.
What was this?
모든 고래 심장 소리 멈춰도 있을까? 돌아갈 것.
Monstrous gifts. Oh. Okay. I like this though. They're weak to Pierce, right? We have to bring Otis.
출발인가?
We'll just bring a variety.
일인가요?
I want to use the new Sinclair.
출발인가?
Sorry. Space Net, what does this use again? Okay, Lost Sloth. A whole bunch of things. It's... Yeah, Molar Fixer Otis. Yeah, exactly. She was a login. I'll move. Move it out of the way. She was a login bonus a few months ago. I think she is meant to come back to the dispenser though. Yeah, she has a season 2 event, so she should come back next season, I guess.
제쪽
준비되었습니다.
Bring you.
고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나.
Your clothes are all weird looking. I guess you're not from the village? The child was dressed in torn and faded clothing. From the way she looked at us, I could tell that she found us rather fascinating. Or fasciating. She soon woke up from her momentary shock. Anyways, thank you for saving me. My name's Crayon. Crayon? And, huh? Clockwork teeth? Oh. Oh. Outskirts? The kid pointed it at me and backed away in terror. What are you talking about? That's Clockhead. My name is Dante. Clockhead? I heard that the clockwork teeth look like clocks. I guess I also heard that they don't show up this high. I've never seen a monster like that before, though. Ha! But they are not a monster. They are none other than our very own manager, Esquire. Thanks for the intro, I guess. But I can't hear anything but the tick-tocking of the clock. Well, Manager Esquire has their reasons. Art thou unharmed? Yeah. Looks like the other people who were dragged here with me weren't so lucky, though. The child looks at the mutilated corpses with a despondent look on her face. Don Quixote casts a sympathetic gaze. So they were all neighbors from thy village? Yeah, but our village will soon send the hunters to save us. As long as they can get here, they can. Hunters? I wasn't sure what exactly she was talking about. I was about to ask her what she meant. But this reception hall, storage room, suddenly began to fill with gas of unknown origin. What's this now? Oh, quick, hold thy breathing. More Christmas colors. An odd plume of gas, its hue red and green, begins to fill the room. This gas... It's the same gas from when I was kinda... 3 of them, including Crayon, passed out and slumped on the floor. Yeah, something like this has happened before. When we accidentally walked into a toxic death gas trap, which killed everyone. Looks like this gas only knocked them out though. That's a relief at least. Guess I should consider myself lucky that my clockhead isn't affected by these things. I gotta hide. They look like minions. As soon as I hid myself in a corner, a crowd of gnomes rushed to the same door Dodoru came from. Oh, I see. Oh, the gas masks. They use sleeping gas on us. Is that all that's left of Manager Dodoru? All that talk of snagging 3 top-notch materials. And now look at him, Pile of meat, 1 1 2 3 all accounted for, I suppose, They're all fast asleep with the sleepy powder. Don't you all worry yourselves about harming the good ohms. Well, let's move the good ohms. They picked up Don Quixote, Heathcliff, and Crayon one by one and loaded them onto the sleigh. With that, they left, closing the door behind them. And through it all, didn't do anything but watch. Right, looks like this is my time to shine. I'll rescue the 3 of them. No way. I should listen when Ishmael offered to teach me self-defense. What do I do? This harsh truth dawns on me every time we face total annihilation. The truth that, on my own, I'm completely useless. If they were with us, I could at least bring them back. But none of the sinners are here with me. What good am I without them? It's a miracle that I managed to survive this far. Miracle? What a miracle. Come on, get a hold of yourself. Great, now I'm hearing things. You're not hearing things, manager. We're really here. Do you even know what a mess it was up there when we realized that the three of you just vanished into thin air? I bolted up and looked toward the voice. There, I saw another door. And from it, the rest of the sinners appeared one by one. Guys. Oh boy. Looks like I forgot about that slightly spoiled ingredient. Oh. I will inquire about this incident later, Dante. For now, command us in this battle. What is happening? Okay, 2 waves. I only just got Sinclair recently, right? It's green. And then actually check. Oh yeah, oh Pierce. Okay. I wasn't sure going in, but we can. Didn't do great with our clashes there.
탈출 개체 확인.
무지하니까
The stagger. Unopposed. Okay.
겁이구나. 그들어졌군요. 피어나라.
맞는 거야.
급소가 전국에 뚫렸네.
This Sinclair's absurd.
겁이구나. 파쇄 완료.
Level, yeah, they are level 40. I've been building up the tickets. I could probably stand to.
피워보지.
Look at that.
급소가 전국에 뚫렸네.
So glad you didn't go with the PNG tour. Oh my gosh. Santa! Thank you, Santa.
개체가 약화되는 것 같습니다.
Thank you very much, Santa. Thank you.
이 스며들 듯한 비. 우산이 새진 않는 속.
Thank you, Santa. Yes, thank you, the red sack and reindeer man. Thank you. No, that really Merry Christmas. It's been a bit of a rough Christmas time, so thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you.
오작 터뜨려주지.
I'll destroy.
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
I guess the evil gnomes aren't really surprising given this is Project Moon, but they were so like little and cute.
아직 모자라. 여러분들, 왜 그렇게 뒷걸음질을 하시는 건가요?
Touching reunion. We get everyone. Okay. Here, so maybe.
제 차례인가요?
고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나.
Thanks, everyone. How did you find me? We entered via the back door. Your signals were no longer detected from within the bus's premises. Blech. Then, every sinner was immediately summoned from their respective rooms for the search. And so soon after a break started, Dante, let's try not to do anything like this again, Even if you are the executive manager, rogue behavior such as this poses too great a risk. Please be wary of that. I'm sorry. So how did you guys find us? I have deduced it. As of late, Heathcliff was in a constant state of uneasiness. Considering the nature of our circumstances, I conjectured that there was aught that he had to do before our arrival at T-Corp. On the day in which the back door of Volatility's siren echoed, Don Quixote made a relatively delayed return to the back door. And, come the next day, she requested from me and Miss Faust an encyclopedia of common symbols used in the city. Yes, so Faust lent her a few volumes. Ever since receiving the volumes, Miss Don Quixote sat next to me and perused the pages with a rather enthusiastic expression on her countenance, although I could not converse with her on account of my conditions. I do recollect that the following words were repeatedly uttered: cosplay, costumes, sack. In summation, I surmised that Miss Don Quixote witnessed a series of symbols that caught her attention when the siren blared. And Faust was aware that the door in which those symbols were drawn. Based on that information, the sinners were able to find their way here. We engaged several entities of the corridor on our path to this door. The thing we only ran into weaklings, though. An irreversible death of the sinner could have occurred in the process. You understand. Engaging hostile forces in your absence carries an exceedingly high level of risk. We could have been lost forever in some corner of the corridors, as bodies, never to be revived nor retrieved. Please comprehend the weight of your responsibilities and risks your independent action carries. You must survive, Executive Manager, no matter what. Do I make myself clear? I've never seen Otis look at me like that. Her gaze was cold and ruthless. Your survival was a lucky coincidence, Dante. The sequence of those symbols are not supposed to be interpreted in such a haphazard manner. I'm really sorry, I don't know what else to say. I believe that is enough, but... N-D-Q. Yeah. No, Don Quixote? Yeah, Don Quixote, Heathcliff. Where'd the pair run off to? Oh, that's... I told them exactly as the events transpired. Seriously, how'd you three even manage to survive this far? Alright, Manager Bud. I'm sure you've heard enough from the others, so I won't say any more. But where exactly are we? Hey, which district is this? The Cold? Must be somewhere in the northern districts of the city, or... We are not in the city. What do you mean? I mean that we are not in the city. Those intelligent organisms, called gnomes, are part of a species surviving in the outskirts. Yeah, clockwork teeth. That's like mentioned once in Ruin, isn't it? Commonly known as monsters of the outskirts. Monsters again? After all that we faced at the lake? They weren't exactly like the whales, though. They could communicate with gnomes. They were just like people, except smaller. So we're in a completely different region of the outskirts. I would have liked to explore the area if the circumstances permitted. Look, the structure seems to have been custom built for the gnomes, considering how small everything is here. If this is the outskirts, we can go back, right? As long as the door we entered through remains open, yes. It is open, for now. What if it closes? Then, an unexpected journey begins. We'll have to trek the distance from the outskirts back to the city, which will be a significant endeavor in both time and effort. Isn't that a bit dangerous? Where's the sound coming from? Oh, eh? Extra gold get your tool ohms. Dante, come hither to the back of the line. The door slammed open, and gnomes began flooding into the room. We prepared ourselves for battle. I really was expecting... There was like the Yeti Santa. I really thought we were going for distortion. Oh, I hope this is one of the tracks, like the crab track, that just gets reused. It makes me really happy. Not the best starting turn, but... Opposed.
한바탕 해볼까?
급소가 전부
얼얼하지? 정신 못 차릴 거야. 얼얼하지? 정신 못 차릴 거야. 오자 터뜨려주지.
I'll turn you into furniture ohms.
피어나라.
파쇄 완료.
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네. 급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
Okay. Want sloth. Want save.
피워보지.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
It's nice that their evades aren't a huge pain to work with.
선생님 봤어요? 책 너무 쉽군요.
Yeah. It's fine.
따라준다면 좋겠네요. 자, 급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네. 급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
I wish I pulled the Otis from... Did we not see that CG? I can see there's similarities with humans, but they certainly aren't humans. Except for their odd verbal quirk, these monsters are impressively communicative. I don't even know if they should be categorized as monsters. The definition is often arbitrary. Some may call them monsters, yet others may call them members of a different sentient race. I appreciate your analysis, but we should probably get moving. We don't know where Heathcliff and Don Quixote are. You always say the right things at the right time, Executive Manager. Exploring the outskirts area will carry higher risks than our usual operation grounds. To ensure the manager's safety, you must first establish a more structured plan. Boom. Well, I'd say the easiest answer would be to leave the two of them, but the easiest path isn't always the right one. Ishmael kicked open the door the gnomes rushed in from. Come on, let's go. We'll protect the manager and save Heathcliff and Don Quixote. Yeah, I think they're supposed to be CG when the gnomes... Yeah, felt
모자라.
missing.
여러분들, 왜 그렇게
Thank you.
뒷걸음질을 하시는 건가요?
Let's see what we got. Good, I need thread. And tickets. Oh, speaking of tickets, I noticed something. Maybe I'm wrong. One sec.
잠시 머리를 식히기 위한 티타임은 업무 효율을 고려했을 때 가장 현명한 판단이죠.
These, they used to,
이쪽에서 주문을
they,
받아드리겠습니다.
I remember checking these right when these new tickets came out, and I'm pretty sure they had the same quote as the number 3 vouchers. But now, there's a new one now, and same with this one, OP. To give me years of experience in using a technique I've never used before, there's no satisfaction here. Revolting. Okay. Find the pair. We can stick with that.
고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나.
Oh, going straight into it. Okay, that's fine. There's the counter. That's fine.
고작 터뜨려주지.
님 봤어요?
Oh. Let's try it.
거기구나. 그들어져 끄고 피어나라. 아직 모자라.
Yeah.
한바탕 해볼까?
급수가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
파쇄 완료. 맞는 거야.
급수가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
힘들군. 그러니
I really-
알아서 잘 피해야지.
Yeah, 2 of 2. Probably won't need it, but favored. So I really want to use the like good poise team. Mirror Dungeon hard. Or even just Mirror Dungeon. I really want to play with, especially with the new gifts, but I just
힘 조절이
Missing the new Heathcliff and
힘 조절이
Gregor feel like important pieces to have.
선생님 봤어요?
여러 가지 정신 못 차릴 거야.
For hard mode, I haven't really been going with a team. I've just been sort of just using my stronger units. Not that this matters, but
오자 터뜨려주지.
급수가 전부
힘들군. 그런 힘들군.
급수가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
아직 모자라. 여러분들, 왜 그렇게 뒷걸음질을 하시는
find the
건가요?
pair. Checking. Okay, we should be okay. Do this or 7. I guess it depends. Yeah, the Bleed's Poise. I'm so glad. I mean, Poise, I don't think anybody really cared that much about Poise by the end of last season, but it might be one of the like main effects. It might be my favorite, just for how satisfying it is when you pull it off. One sec, I'm turning a lamp on. I know I really wanna be able to use the quad Isang a lot. I was playing with, I hadn't really built Rupture, but I never like exclusively made a Rupture team, but I was playing with that a little bit. I haven't gone like super hard into Mirror Dungeon, so I don't have a lot of the starter buffs. I think really we need, I wasn't very lucky, so during the Rupture run, so I only had one gift, and I still had a hard time keeping up the count. And then I felt kind of sad, because if it's hard to do it in Mirror Dungeon, but I also didn't up-tie some of my Rupture units to 4. Oh, it's hard. Even with the new thread excavation, it can be hard to keep up. We'll keep it.
검 끝을 바라본다.
Yeah, I'm glad that they've fixed it. Fixed Poise. I think Tremor did get some... We try... Does have the base of 10.
직접 알게 하니라.
I don't really know how...
깨달았나?
It is Tremor got a lot of attention, but I think it's still... fundamentally... Thanks, Ishmael. Fundamentally, Tremor is the status effect that needs the most. I could try. I didn't know this had a base of... Your base was that low.
피워보지. 피어나라.
Sinking's...
급수가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
I don't even know what to make of Sinking, because it's so powerful, but I feel like they kind of missed the curve on it a little bit, because it's so powerful right now. And there's only 3 units. Well, okay, there's more than 3 units, but who uses G-Corp? I don't see G-Corp Otis and Mariachi Sinclair used much in those teams.
운이 따라준다면
Um,
좋겠네요.
급소가
재밌네요.
But yeah, Rhyme Shank the team, exactly.
잘할 거야.
And what a glow up with Rhyme Shank though. I actually have a memory streaming manager gnome where I couldn't remember that I'd like never even used Rhyme Shank before. I didn't even remember what its type was.
고작 터뜨려주지.
But yeah, as someone said, burn. I feel like what I'd say is Tremor needs, like, mechanically needs to be looked at, and then Burn, it needs the most support. Which is... I know, I'm just thinking about it. I like sort of what the new Battle Pass E.G.O have done for it. Trying to like... Oh, nice. I don't think I have any of them equipped right now. Oh, actually, do I? Yeah, no, the... I don't think I've upgraded any of these, but they've had, like... Out of the entire Battle Pass, I think Faust, which is the one I think that like converts Burn to defense level down. I'm really into that idea of like converting Burn into other things. Because I don't want it to be like Bleed that's only once a turn, and I don't want it to be... The obvious answer would to do some sort of Burn Deluge. But I'd rather something different. I really liked Burn in... I used Burn a lot in... Not a lot, but it got me through some of the really tough fights in... I only turned 5, we're fine. In Ruina. So I'd really like... I like the idea of Burn being able to spread it to the different... Spread it. Burn. Using it to like... Sorry, sometimes it's hard to think when everybody's yelling at the same time on here. I was actually thinking specifically, I like Burn because you could spread... I like the sort of idea of it being almost crowd control, AoE, you can spread it around.
왜 그렇게 뒷걸음질을 하시는 건가요?
And I liked... Hello, Philina, welcome! I hope you're having a wonderful night too. But I liked where you could use Burn. There was one of the passives that could help with stagger damage. I like that little aspect of it as well. For whom the gnomes pack. That's pretty good. Okay.
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
So now that I had some time to look around here, this facility appears to be a gift factory. I see. So there are factories like these that produce gifts. Christmas decorations everywhere. Oh. There's still some time until Christmas, though. Sinclair looked at the ground with a somber expression. I didn't need to ask to know how he was feeling. I wonder if monsters exchange gifts with each other. They didn't seem like the most hospitable sort. There is a possibility that they may be contractors to one of the wings in the city. I wanted to say no chance, but the city and the wings that we've experienced so far were... I like the doggy. I like the doggy. Yeah, I can see that. Oh! Look! Dice. Or like, a die. Bruno reference. Yeah, there was a non-zero chance of that being the case. Oh, that's it? I like the way that they've gone with Motor Otis and Regret Faust, having a deal extra affinity. Oh yes, exactly. I agree with that sort of where... I think the lack of...
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
It's just between the choice of dealing like...
이미 도달했다.
moving the stagger threshold and doing damage, the choice is likely always going to be doing damage.
멀어라지. 정신 못 차릴 거야.
재밌네요.
Yeah.
고자 터뜨려주지. 무지하니까.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이요.
We'll save that.
고자 터뜨려주지. 힘들군.
급소가 전부 꿰.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
Still manager gnome. I didn't check if you had... Yeah, I don't think you had anything different from Dodoru. Yes. Dominate. Okay.
피워보지.
And then
급소가
what else do we have? Bleed isn't where it could be, but
멀어라지. 정신 못 차릴 거야.
I'm okay with it. It can. Oh. I wonder if we'll get bleed support with the to claim their bones event. I'm wondering if it's gonna be like your blade lineage or sort of go into the blade lineage versus Kurokumo plotline that they've been getting into. Why not?
직접 알게 하니라.
Yeah, Blade could be better, but it could be a lot worse. It feels like I'm fine with the place it's in. I feel like understandably it's at a place where if they get it wrong and make it too powerful, it's hard to draw that back. Bye, Sad Cat. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you're having a nice holiday, regardless. I'd be happy getting the happy star too. After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, we soon realized that the gifts the conveyor belts were moving weren't your average gifts. Is that a foot? Is that a sign of it with a drawing of a foot? What's that doing there? This one is adorned with a depiction of an eyeball. These gifts appear to be made from material that do not normally go into building these items. Oh, I don't want the doggy anymore. Their shapes are of teddy bears, oil pastel boxes, toy trains. But they have an abnormality high concentration of protein and phosphorus. However, the decorations and the lights are made of proper materials. They must have salvaged the waste expelled from the city. It's obvious. GMFH. Gifts made from humans. More stuff made from human sacrifice. I guess the outskirts isn't so different from the city, huh? What's really concerning is, where are these gifts for? Who in their right mind would want anything like these? Who knows? Rich folks with screwed up perversions? Maybe that's who they're for. So... if they're making gifts out of people, Heathcliff and Don Quixote, will the gnomes turn them into gifts too? I do recall them saying something about locally produced materials. Then we must move with haste. I've discovered a location with a high probability of their presence, presuming that they haven't been turned into gifts yet. After a long silence, Merceau spoke up. He pointed in a direction. There. The placard says, Gift Assembly.
개화하였구려. 이 순간을 어딘가에 담고 싶군.
Gnomes pack.
점수 준비 끝.
This working well? Maybe he'll get lucky.
피워보지. 이미
I don't even know if I've been using Sinclair correctly, but he just does so much damage no matter what you do. Struggling. What's your... go to 14? A try. Struggling.
한바탕 해볼까?
When it comes to railway, I don't know if... I don't think I... Oh, look at him evade. I don't know if I'd use him over end... Oh, nice. Over end Sinclair, but... it is a consideration. Still need to do a railway. I have another run I've been wanting to finish, but... the centipede.
오작 터뜨려주지.
I have this run that I'm like halfway through.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서
I just haven't had the motivation to go through.
급수가 전부 꿰뚫렸네. 급수가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
Well, if they keep their weaknesses for railway, I have to check. If there's more Pierce weaknesses, then it might be worth keeping the new Sinclair.
너무 쉽군요.
Railway 3 takes too long. I was just thinking about that. Normally, because I always stream, because there's people that stream the updates on release. I do sometimes check how long the streams are. Like for today, I was just checking when I was scheduling my stream, did I need to move it early or something if it was a longer, depending how long this event was. But I was seeing most people take between like 3 and 4 hours. So this was fine. But I remember when Railway 2 came out, I wasn't streaming it because I was busy, but I checked the next day how long people's streams were taking, and I was seeing them at like 8 hours. Like, good thing I didn't even try to stream that. I would not have gotten that far.
널어라지. 정신 못 차릴 거야.
너무 쉽군요.
오작 터뜨려주지.
Endurance stream. Not just endurance. I mean, it'd be an endurance stream, but also I can't. For Railway. Which is the high level content. I can't even.
여러분들, 왜 그렇게 뒷걸음질을 하시는 건가요?
Oh yeah, in theory it should be a little easier. That's why I was thinking maybe restarting it. I mean, mostly just for like bragging rights, getting the banner. I want to do a little better than my first run. And I could restart it at this point as well, because now I have some more stuff uptied, etc, etc. Oh, Gift of Hatred given shape. Oh, we got them back. I'd rather swap.
자, 불 뜯을 시간이다.
Sure, let's get all the bonuses. Oh, I don't think you can get the special back. Oh, that's fine. I just meant in general, the lowering the turn count. I don't know if I change up my team. I don't think there's anybody that's worth swapping out versus what I did originally. Maybe the only thing that I guess would be like Pirate Greg to, I mean, Zvi Greg to Pirate, but I wonder. I should see if people have like found new strategies for more recent runs. I think I'm hearing some odd noise from in there. A rather high-pitched SOS. It's always a good indicator of wonderful happenings. Can you not giggle about sounds of screaming, please? I am familiar with this tone. The decibel range of the screaming is exact match with Don Quixote's. Wait, we've yet to conduct a threat assessment of the combat area. That area appears to be of a closed-off space, which means... Otis, were Heathcliff with us, he would have said as such. Said what? I think I know. Winjin, pick up your tools and get cracking! That was pretty close. Ishmael soon blasted the door open with a powerful kick. Meanwhile... We're all waiting while we time. I regretfully say to thee that we are quite sorry. Forsooth, we are fated to become toys in that hydraulic press. It appears that, when the time cometh, I shall be turned into a roly-poly toy myself, that riseth with every fall. Oh, shut your trap and do something. We've got to get out of these binds. Sir Heathcliff, I apologize profusely. 'Tis true that there was the tiniest bit of selfishness within me that I wished to procure the red sack cosplay set for myself. However, it was no lie that I wished to find thee an impeccable outfit. I knew that this was going to happen. Once I'm out of these binds, I'll... At least thou shalt become an elaborate pocket elaborate pocket watch. Darn clocks again. I think they're gonna turn me into a box of color pencils. 24 vibrant natural colors, or so it says. You've not seen living raw material in a while, they're a bit loud, Ohm. Can you see if my ears are bleeding, Ohm? Ohm, the more they scream, happy our recipients will be, Ohm. Ohm, let's get cutting, Ohm. Heathcliff, Don Quixote. What a relief they've not been turned into gifts yet. Quite cozy in here. Everyone! Ow. We're here for you, Heathcliff. Walkhead! Darn it, why didn't I think I'd ever be this glad to see your mug? Looks like we got here in the nick of time. Heathcliff was about to be shoved into the gift-making hydraulic machine press. I've tuned your straps. Descend! Look, I'm not the type to wear my heart on my sleeve, but after you lot saved me from getting turned into a pocket watch, I have to say that you two had one job. One job! Remain by executive manager's side. You let yourself be captured like this? You know what? Forget it. Right. Get a hold of yourself, you two. Manager, what now? Well, we've got to trash this place. Come on. Get ready to wear your identities. I wonder if... Hey, let me just check. It's Stag Harpoon and then Severnaut. What is yours? I was wondering if is every year the winter event gonna be a Christmas event? Yeah, we're not getting much envy business out of this team. That's okay. No, I was just interested. I was looking at... I don't play Cookie Run, but I do like looking at the new characters and such. And... they had like both winter themed and Christmas events. And then I was like... a Snow Queen event might be fun.
직접 알게 함이라.
This is first Xmas or PM, but would be... yeah, they do... I guess they do make Christmas sort of a big deal in their lore. They also had a... Cookie Run also had like a sort of winter Murder on the Orient Express type event. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. It was right. I was looking away and I looked back and the enemy they're attacking was like right. Sinclair was right there. So I got worried. They were attacking Sinclair for some reason. Dota 2, yeah. Can we try this? I just want to see the animation. Yeah, right into the counter, why not?
좋은 선물이 되겠군.
I wish one of their quotes was, with my infinite hatred, I give you this gift.
하니까
피어나라.
Yeah, the events being canon and I'll keep praising it. I think using them to introduce the next part of the story is such a good choice. And did a lot for Canto 5 in particular.
맞는 거야.
그들어졌구려.
파괴 완료.
And very curious about what the Blade Lineage event is gonna entail.
힘들군.
Like,
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
I mean, it is, but because the event is named after to claim their bones. I mean, we're all assuming it. I would laugh if somehow it's not. After he defeated the horde of gnomes, Don Quixote and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. I also knelt down, feeling like I should be down there with them, but Otis tightly pulled me to the side. I feel bad for those two. I am ready. Commence, Lady Otis. You absolute buffoons. How did you ever think this was going to turn out okay? Are you even aware of the risks Executive Manager took to get here? How worried they were about you two? Well, actually, Clockhead was in on it from the start. Silence. Do not refer to the Executive Manager with such derogatory language, insolent fool. It was my fault. It was my fault. My mother used to scold me like this in my youth. A mother mention. Otis did not seem to slow down at all with her stern scoldings, and the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from the scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Is Crayon doing okay? Oh yeah, there's a whole ton of silhouettes in the preview. Where are they? Yes, she merely lost consciousness from excess psychological shock. How did you find yourself at a place such as this? You are a human, right? And we're really in their outskirts? Crayon initially appeared to be somewhat taken aback from the deluge of questions, but she soon began to open up. So, you're really from the city? I'm from Cloud Town. It's a village on the north side of the outskirts. Are there a lot of monsters like those gnomes out there that can speak? Yeah, there are many more monsters out here other than the gnomes. I've seen a few of them myself, but the village elders told me about the rest. Our village was built to keep the monsters out, keep us safe. If this didn't happen, we'd all be preparing dinner back at the village by now. They raided your village. Yeah, and they attacked us when the hunters were gone, so we normally don't get raided by them around this time of year, so I thought we were safe, but they suddenly attacked us, rushing in on their sleighs. Some of us tried to fight, but we didn't stand a chance, and everyone they killed got shoved into sacks on the sleigh. I passed out from fright, and they thought I was dead too. I got shoved into the sacks like the rest of the villagers. Oh, we forced you to talk about something that couldn't have been easy to go through. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Can I ask things too? Anything. Is it right that crayon boxes in the cities have 48 different colors? And they have gold and silver colored crayons too? Probably. And there's just people in the city, right? Monsters like the gnomes that try to kill us, right? It's kind of hard to answer that, actually. Sometimes I'd climb a high hill to look at the city. I always saw pretty, colorful lights from up there. So colorful I didn't have enough colors in my crayon box to draw them all. I wish I could live in the city. If I lived there, I'd never have to worry about getting attacked by monsters. I could live happily with all my neighbors. You've really never been to the city, huh? S.S.E. I'm sorry? Same story everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. Death always stalks us. Oh, that was so cool. Can you say that again? Huh? That was cool? Oh, do you guys see anyone else nearby by any chance? I don't think we ran into any other humans out here. No, but he has to be here to save us. Who do you mean? The best hunter of Cloud Town. If he was at the village, the gnomes wouldn't have. It appears that, in the outskirts, there are hunters who specialize in hunting monsters. Akin to whalers of the Great Lake, that is. But, wait. So if they're kidnapping and killing humans for these gifts... what are these gifts for? Oh. Ho ho ho! Of course, the gifts for our poor and kind neighbors who do not cry. I don't even know. Executive manager, retreat! I don't even know when it happened, but a large shadow was looming over us. What is that thing? I am Santata, bringer of gifts to our neighbors. Ho, ho, ho! The guffawing giant, garbed in red, carried a massive gift sack on his shoulder. It was definitely not a human. Yeah, it's that guy. That one's the boss. Lo, the crimson garb. That is the crimson garb I spoke of. The pair immediately jumped up from their knees and began shouting in unison. That's the red sack's outfit? Oi, then he's already... No, not the reindeer man too! Shut it. Cut the useless chatter for once. After silencing the pair with a short, stern command, Otis approached me and spoke in a low voice. Executive manager, since he appears to be of an intelligent species, I will attempt to parley with it. But we best prepare for battle in case the talks fall through. Yeah, that's a good idea. What do you mean by neighbors? Wings? Clients from the city? Oh, oh, oh! We are denied entry to the city, are we not? Is that big lump of meat a gnome too? I happened to overhear the gnomes during our time in captivity. They call their master Beard Giant, which I believe is not a gnome. Giants? There really are all kinds of monsters out here, huh? In the trailer, I thought he was a yeti. Dante, that's not an abnormality, is it? No, that's not an abnormality or a distortion. I'd say it's closer to the whales. Oh, oh, do you yearn for your gifts too? Yeah, your kind already owns all there is to own. We and our neighbors in the outskirts wish so dearly for that every day. The only day we are allowed joy and comfort in human gifts. I see. You produce toys out of humans and gift them to those who harbor hatred for humans. Out of pure goodness of your heart. Here, where all those who have been marginalized and exiled by humans gather and wallow. We pour our infinite... He said the thing. We pour our infinite hatred and care into packaging these gifts. Oh, oh, oh. Quite the verbose way of saying, I refuse to negotiate. Oh, oh, oh. Why don't you come here and join us? Become joy to those who need it.
아직 모자라. 여러분들. 왜
Giftgiving
그렇게
Giant.
뒷걸음질을 하시는 건가요?
고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나.
Different. And have to do this manually. Oh, this is good too. Oh wait, do these conditions unmet? But not... I'm assuming these are the same though.
보자 너.
Red zero, let's... get that going through. Neutral, that's fine. We'll just go for it. Take that one. Everyone else try and...
직접 알게 함이라.
There we go. Yeah, Rodolfo probably came from the people of these out of the fear. Yeah, I love that kind of
느려졌네.
world building, like retroactive world building. Like Silent Girl being sort of, I don't know, like if it's exactly N-Corp, but relating to N-Corp and the nails, I think adds some really interesting context to how Silent Girl and to the fear of something that's not human, or the desire to purge something that's not human, adds a really... is very interesting for where Silent Girl appears in Ruina.
한바탕 해볼까?
급수가 전국대로 돌렸네.
Go there. Get two of them.
오작 터뜨려주지.
이미 도달했다.
There's a stagger.
심장 멈췄군.
Almost. No observation. Okay. Third. closer. You're very close to being staggered. And yeah.
한바탕 해볼까?
And then we'll just see what we can do for E.G.O. in the last phase.
아직 모자라.
얼어가지. 정신 못 차릴 거야. 써주마.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Six, okay. Yeah, we'll do everything this turn. Save that.
거기구나.
I can't see where this, if you're grinding. The event currency this might get.
그러니
Bitcoin,
알아서 잘
okay.
피해야지.
Hello, Santata. Okay, what do we know about you? Gift sack. Assuming you're like Papa Bongi, you probably want to get rid of that. I'll gift wrap you. Gain 3 poise every turn. Turn end, heal 3 SP for every attack skill that dealt damage. Is that just for you or for us? Go on observation logs. Even if you're not an abnormality or distortion or anything. Charge. Gain charge, so blunt. Bind, poise. Charge and poise. Gain poise. If target has bind and this unit has a faster speed, gain clash power equal to speed difference. Not the most important trait you can have. Lose 5 SP. Oh, on hit. Poise, poise count, paralyze on crit. I mean, really just don't want to be hit. Nothing. Agitated. Dominating, let's just see. So yeah, let's... that... Dominating. Hits hard. Yeah, it seems a bit... Do want to... Unopposed, hold on. Is there anything? That's okay. Still attack the sack. I definitely feel like the sack's important to get rid of, but...
오작 터뜨려주지.
Okay, yeah, fatal or weak. Pierce. Yeah, really not that much HP considering, but
뜻하는 비. 우산이 새지나 않나 모르겠소.
which way be the this is time to get boxed. Okay. 80 plus 20. If shield HP is completely depleted, get staggered next turn. If there's remaining shield HP, And that's all for the body. Just go for it, I guess. Yeah. Actually, neutral. I want to make sure you can.
고작 터뜨려주지.
Tiny tremor burst. Okay. Okay, there's the okay, there's the shield. Want to trigger that. Okay. That's okay. Make sure that's triggered last. Ho ho ho. Turn end, gain point, voice count, expires at 0 charge. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. Good job, Heathcliff. Clicked one parallel. Like when paralyzed next turn to coin effects. Targets unit lowest speed. Mental charge, gain 3 poise. Randomly select, inflict or apply 3 of these. Target loses SP equal to charge count. All enemies, oh this is on kill. Failed kill, getting 2 paralyzed. Yeah. I believe in you, thank you. Do you even have... What is this? How does this clash? Yeah! I don't know if I don't think we're making the 10 turns. That's okay. We learned for next time. See if we can... Let's actually save this. Struggling. Oh, okay. That's less great. Go for the body. Heathcliff, do your best. You are a tank. And everyone else will just... We need those. Okay, we do need those resources, alright. Okay. Hopeless. Struggling. We'll just let Heath do it.
한바탕 해볼까?
Okay, but we get the stagger.
무지하니까.
Should have stagger and body. Go Heath. That's so fun. Like that's an E.G.O I'd use just for the animation. There we go. Checking. Yeah. No. At 10 charge. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. Charge. Poise. Lose 1 poise. Ah, David, thank you. I did. I had an okay Chris map, honestly. It was a little... The Chris map itself was a little... iffy, but... Thank you, but Chris map it made me so happy. I hope you don't mind that I pinned the comment. And just for fun.
직접 알게 합니다.
Not that we'll get there.
맞는 거야.
Okay. It would have been cool to see that. The animation, though. Humans, I'll separate the flesh from your bones. Santata's guts suddenly began to expand. All of you, all of you, hold your breaths. Suddenly, a large figure leaped out of the dark and slammed what looked like a stake into Santata's gut. Oh, does it smell most foul? I think I'm about to pass out. A scent of potently fetid refuse lingers. Some sinners drop to the floor while others gag profusely. Clearly, this was a rather painful experience for all. This gas does not appear to be toxic, however, its scent seems to inspire an extreme level of discomfort in people. So you've defeated a northern giant. Yet you don't seem to know the proper procedure for what to do afterward. Are you hunters from the city? That patch. Proper procedure? Immediately before death, a northern giant's body fills with noxious gas before exploding in a rain of acid. The man who staked Santata's gut explained as he approached us. You have to puncture a hole in its gut to let out the gas before its internal organs condense into acidic fluid. Allowing it to cause a chain reaction could complicate things.
아직 모자라.
Journey's
여러분들,
End.
왜 그렇게 뒷걸음질을 하시는 건가요?
The stench won't come off. Who's that now? Mr. Domino! Crayon, who had been holding her breath with her fingers over her nostrils, ran up to the large man and hugged him. At least you're safe, Crayon. That's good. After stumbling for a moment, due to the stench, most likely, Otis briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino. Hey, you, identify yourself. Name's Domino. I'm a monster hunter from Cloud Town. I don't suppose I can call it a town anymore now that it's just me and Crayon that's left. Relax, I wouldn't even think of hurting any of you. So you're the hunter that girl mentioned. Otis relaxed upon Domino's confirmation. She leaned on a wall and looked to the floor in relief. Normally around this time of year, these monsters would have gone further north to a different village. So I was on an expedition to help them out. Looks like they decided to switch things up this time around. When I returned, they'd already finished their raid in our village and left. Darn it. They used to be predictable, only attacking right before Christmas. Do these tragedies happen often? I can't speak for the city. I can say that this is a common occurrence in the outskirts. It's a hellish place to live, if you can even call this living. Survival alone is a miracle out here. Are there a lot of places out here like this? Like this mockery of a gift factory? No, can't say I've seen a factory like this anywhere else. But I can tell you one thing. Compared to some worse things that could have happened, this tragedy was nothing. That's the natural order of things in the outskirts. I do wonder, sometimes, if we were in the city, no matter how bad it gets in there, it must be better than this living hell. It was no easy contemplation to answer. The outskirts must be a hellish place to live, if what he's told me is anything to go by, but the city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself, but I've seen in my journey so far at least. Ah! then accompany us back to the city. We were on our... Don Quixote stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval. Thank you for your kind words, at least. I wish it were that easy. If I could at least let this child enter the city somehow, just like that. But the city has no place to spare for this child, not even a small corner of it. Even if you were to somehow make it past the city's walls, there are countless variations of paperwork and procedure you must overcome before you can live the kind of life you desire. And what would people like us even do with such paperwork? And where would we find them out here? We've not studied or worked to find a job in the city as some youths of other villages do. Mister. There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued. I must still extend my gratitude for keeping the girl safe until my arrival. I know a good way to extend your gratitude. Maybe you can extend us a nice pouch of shiny and jangling bag of... Rodion's eyes were twinkling. The lingering stench made it difficult for her to speak, but she was determined to make her point. Something shiny and jangling? Sure, maybe I can give you a tour of some antique items I keep at home. Precious items salvaged from the locomotive tracks of the outskirts. Nothing you'll see every day in the city, I'm sure. Items from the outskirts? That tour alone could be worth much more than just pure cash. There's still a decent chance that the door we entered through might just shut behind us, right? Indeed. In fact, it's unclear whether the door is still open. I recommend a quick return to the bus now that our two primary objectives have been secured. So she says, if you would permit me to speak my mind, Executive Manager, even if this is not the Great Lake, the outskirts is an extremely perilous place. This curiosity cannot be reason for us to risk getting stranded in this environment. Looks like you've got to hurry back. Well then, catch! Domino tossed a carved wooden doll in my direction. It does not appear to be anything dangerous. Let us inspect it further after return. We mustn't dally any longer than we have to. Yeah, good idea. Some sinners had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stench. We still made our way back to the door. The doors remained open. We made it back to the safety of Mephistopheles. Sometime later. Ooh, Pinky, Karen, evacuate, evacuate. Karen quickly made her escape to the decks. Vergilius greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze. Looks like everyone's had quite the adventure. Covered in blood and guts, and with a disgusting stench to boot. Oh, this is... Manager. I can't hear you anyway. So just reply to my query with a nod or a shake. Your replies better match up with my expectations, of course. Have but one question. Was it you who made the call? I hesitated for a moment before nodding affirmatively. I might get reprimanded, or maybe he has worse things in mind for me, but... It was I who decided to go along with their plan. This would not have happened without my authorization. Good. And my questioning is over. Huh? I will leave it to you to deal with this mess. You may rest afterward. And please, do something about the foul stench. Well, then... With that, Vergilius disappeared into the back door once again. That's unexpected. I thought my time had finally come. Be glad. The best consultation is a consultation not had, indeed. Alas, behold one and all. Oh! I don't know where she had the time to pick it up in all that chaos, but Don Quixote managed to haul a huge sack of gifts back to Mephistopheles. You picked that up from all that mess? I have laid claim upon the evil gnome's trinkets. Now that's some real commitment. What's all that for? Art thou truly aware of mine intentions? Is for adorning our ship with Christmas decorations. Wait, now? But we still like 3 months away from Christmas. Agreed. Let us not risk peeling old wounds. To lower morale of our company is... Oh, it's okay. It's been getting better with time, little by little. Yeah, we can all grow beyond it. Eventually. Marvelous. Then, this appears to be an occasion most fit for a party then. What say you? Don't tell me you went through all that trouble for some party decorations. According to Dante's explanations, this incident was spurred on by Heathcliff's need for an outfit. Heathcliff has been silently brooding in his seat with his face buried in his palms, out of shame, most likely. Ahem. Verily, verily. Yet, that costume we had sought was worn by none other than that monstrous giant. I don't suppose it would fit Sir Heathcliff, anyhow. Forget it. Wasn't the kind of look I was going for anyway. What did I say, Heath? We'll help you out as soon as we land, Kay? The outfit's one thing, yeah, but You're speaking of the port ship we sailed past. The port ship in which the hair salon that printed those hair coupons conducts their business. Wants to do his hair. The coupons could not be used as the port ship was not on our charted route. Give it to me to style your hair. I've done my sister's and younger siblings' hair pretty often. We don't know how long we'll be floating on this darn lake. Anyway, besides, I don't even know how to dress myself proper. I was going to attempt that trial and error method. Okay, but can you at least tell us what it is that Vergilius gave you? Just so we know what exactly you're so anxious about. 1 sec. I need a drink. After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced... a letter? So that's the... something Vergilius gave you. Oh, I remember. My family used this envelope before. Made from really expensive paper, made only in limited quantities at a time. It's quite a luxurious envelope. Can we read it, Heath? Sure, it's nothing impressive. Then, Dante, why don't you read it out loud for the rest of us? Sure. Rhodia handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting, drawn to an almost calligraphic perfection. I began reading. From Wuthering Heights. We cordially extend to you, honored guest, an invitation to the... blank. What's this here? Somebody colored over this part of the letter? Well, I'll keep reading. Venue, Wuthering Heights T Corp Nest. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at the designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your person. Please honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nelly. I know that's a character. Was that the... That is a character from Wuthering Heights, I know that much. Oh, and down here's a postscript. It's written in different handwriting from the rest of the letter. Yes, you have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on account of being colored over, but... From the... preview, from the like little previews we've got of the CG that we saw from Canto 6 way back at like that EGS preview, it did look a bit like a funeral. I don't think it would say how many characters. I don't think this... Yeah. I don't think the number of characters matters anyway. Clearly, the rest of the letter's contents had stoked the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again. So... we gotta look fashionable and classy for this Kathy person, right? Well, yeah, but there's more to it than... Shh, quiet now. Now I can clearly see why you were so impatient, Heath. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? Oi! I'll leave it up to you to style his hair, Master Hairdresser Honglu. Ooh. I wouldn't call myself a master. Wait, where are you taking me? Yeah, Rhodia's got quite the grip strength. You won't free yourself from her anytime soon. The two sinners, practically hauling Heath by his arms, disappeared into the back door. Now, Heathcliff's fate was sealed. To a mannequin, to now motivated and unbearably bored Rhodia's various experimentations. Sorry, one sec. I can hang this trinket here. Don Quixote began humming a song. Carol, perhaps, as she placed various trinkets around the bus. I decided to go out to the deck for some air. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. The wooden doll Domino the hunter gave me just as we hurriedly left. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes looked into the distance, toward where the outskirts lie. I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giant, and the things Domino told me. I suppose there are people with stories in the outskirts too. Stories different from those of the city. Faust approached from behind and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she heard. Follow the stars, Dante, star by star. Then you'll one day learn. So for now, follow the closest star that shines before your eyes. Yeah. I have to focus on the stories of the city for now. I don't even know who I really am after all. Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Why don't we go take a look at how Heathcliff is doing, Faust? You make a rather tempting offer, Dante. The added color to the bus's interior warmed my heart a little. Okay, is that okay? Don't get an ending or anything. Just see what we've. That's the farming stage, yay! Let's pick these up. Yay! At least we can use Mirror Dungeon. I don't know if I'll fit this one on mine. I also wish we had a claim all button. Almost there. Yeah, Mirror Dungeon well, yeah, Mirror Dungeon doesn't give a whole bunch, but you're gonna want to be doing it anyway. I said it earlier. I'm okay saying it again. I got 200 from doing Mirror Dungeon hard, and I didn't have to complete it all the way. I left at floor 5, and it still gave me 220, I think. It'd be nice if the Luxcavation stages gave some, but that's okay. What is today? What is this? That's a skip.
어떻게 잘 마무리했네요.
Oh, level up. Okay.
이번에는 실수를 안 했나?
I miss voice acting. I respect them for choosing not to do it if it allows them to get through content faster. Although when it was just Dawn, when it was just Dawn and Heath, I thought that there could have been an opportunity to like really make it just focused on 2 characters. Then you'd only need those 2 to bring in. So I thought that's what was gonna happen. Out of the 3, like, but there's also just me who doesn't particularly like voicing. Doesn't particularly like voicing. Because it really makes me lose my voice by the end. I hope I did an alright job. It's definitely not my forte, but I tried. Hi, okay, son, welcome. But okay, if you enjoyed it, I'm happy then. If I had to rate like all the intervalos, oh, I love it. Thank you. I'd still rate SEA my favorite. And I might have liked Hell's Chicken. That's probably. I don't like saying anything is my least fave because it's not. Least fave is like too mean. It was just maybe I like the other 2 a little bit more. It's still good. It was little and cute. That for like a mini story, I liked it. For a short story. I did a good job voicing Crayon. I feel like it's funny because there's definitely with this cast it's really hard because like everyone has such a distinctive voice and I straight up just can't do that. I have a limited. I'll do the girls, but I'll do the girls and the kids. But yeah, you get at least 100 to 160 event currency per mirror dungeon run. I like that you can do it from the mirror dungeon. I think it is a little tough for and it's gonna keep getting tougher for the new players to catch up. I'm glad they can at least get their rewards. I feel like at a certain point there has to be some sort of let them just play it. But I guess if you can get all the rewards without it, it's okay. I don't really know what the alternate option is when because they're not side events, they're straight up main story. But it was cute. I was not expecting outskirts. I was not expecting outskirts lore at all. I'm happy we had that. And like just having, I like it when we get like a smaller group of characters. Because it's not a huge cast, but when you have like all 12 plus more extra characters, it could be hard for people to get much of a say in. So I like just having the 2 of them there, just like breaking them up into smaller groups, I think is a really nice way of handling that. New players always get hurt, but yeah, it's with like I was thinking like about like other stuff I've played where like, well, there's like a lot of games where events are sort of side stories, so you can sort of jump into any of them. Yeah, Genshin, I think Genshin, you can just jump in whenever. You just have to have the actual like area. You have to be at the area. Cookie Run, when I played it a little bit, because I joined during an event, I could play it, but the problem is I couldn't get very far because like the power curve was so far beyond. I could do like 1 or 2 stages. Oh yeah, there's Grand Blue as well. Grand Blue is mostly side stories. I mean, there's the anniversary, but there's all sorts, but Grand Blue also provides like a really comprehensive sort of dictionary that you can always go into. But again, when they're this important, I don't know if I feel like it would be not even necessarily a good experience for the player if you're getting like spoilers for earlier. I don't know. I have no idea. I just like to muse upon what's the best way of like handling this, because I don't know. So we're gonna finish up there, but thank you all for joining me. Just thinking, it's a little... Oh, I play MMOs frequently. New players just don't get the same experience the day one people got. But it's fine if the game isn't totally yeah. I think about Genshin, because it's probably some of the one I've played a bit more recently. They don't... I mean, not every game does, but they don't let you... You can't play any older events. But they can be extreme, because I was like... I don't know. I started playing like several years in. So it's not just that there's like important weapons. There's certain characters, their signature weapons are locked behind events. But also really important story stuff comes from events from like the first year. And I don't really want to go watch them on YouTube. Like, event stuff, okay, but when they're the signature and best options for certain characters... I like the way that Limbus is, even their limited stuff, like these E.G.O, you can just... They're not locked to just, like, this time period. You can get them anytime during the season after they're unlocked, and they do come back. It's not like in Grand Blue when the Valentine's units are available for, like, I don't know, 3 days. During the 3 days a year. But thank you. It was nice to meet everybody new. Thank you, Santa, for the wonderful present. Again, really busy at the moment. I do want to stream some more Fallout sometime soon. That's a little hard to figure out right now. But especially because like stuff changes so last minute, because I'm just kind of dealing with a lot. But thank you everybody. Keep everyone updated. And yeah, so thank you, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday. And I will see you again sometime soon. Thank you. Bye bye.